Good evening and welcome to the Financial Report. Shares were mixed in Asia Thursday following declines for some big tech giants. Danny Rao tells us more.
SK Hynix plunged 10.4% after dropping 30% ahead of the open in Seoul, while its large rival Samsung Electronics lost 6.3% in the latest rout for shares linked to the AI boom. The Kospi lost 4.6% to 6,296.38. The Shanghai Composite climbed 0.6% to 3,900.35. Australia's S&P ASX 200 gained 0.5% to 9,271.60. The price of Brent crude oil, the international standard, rose 0.3% to $79.70 a barrel, after US President Donald Trump said a deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz was coming soon. But there have been many stops and starts during the 5-month-old conflict that has stifled the global supply of oil and rattled energy markets. Oil prices have been swinging for months and were as high as $102 per barrel at one point during the conflict, joining already stubbornly high inflation. Higher oil prices pushed petrol prices higher and increased shipping costs for a wide range of products. Tanral TV News.
The Hang Seng Index closed today at 25,530 points, down just shy of 1.5%. A larger setback for the Hang Seng Tech Gauge, which ended today's session 2.28% lower at 4,820 points. Japan's finance minister said U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent believes Japan's fiscal discipline is moving towards improvement. Suzuki Katayama said Japan has already achieved a primary budget surplus in the initial budget for this fiscal year. She added Japan has firmly committed to steadily reducing its debt to GDP ratio, meaning he understands that Japan is actually moving towards strengthening fiscal discipline. Katayama also stressed Bessent's continued support for Japan's vision of economic upliftment through embracing challenges. OpenAI asked a U.S. judge to dismiss Apple's lawsuit accusing it and two former Apple employees of misappropriating the iPhone maker's trade secrets to benefit the ChatGPT maker's foray into consumer hardware. Lawyers for OpenAI said the company has no use, need, or desire for Apple's trade secrets. They added OpenAI is building something entirely new and different from anything at Apple. Apple sued OpenAI in July. It accused the company of orchestrating a broad effort to systematically acquire and exploit Apple's confidential information through former employees, recruiting practices, and supplier relationships to accelerate its push into the consumer hardware business. Just 2 to 3 hours before closing time in Europe, the FTSE ekes out a modest gain of 0.13%. The French CAC up 0.63%, while German DAX up 0.16%. US dollar exchange rate is trading at 157 against the Japanese yen, euro at 115, and sterling 134. And that's the Financial Report. Thank you for watching.